going on, YouTube? Once again, it's a live video on Sports Podcast with your boy JB. Checking in. It's been a while. You know, I'm trying to get together my studio. Trying to put some things together. So you bear with me as I transition from riding and talking to actually in my studio. So the podcast studio is being built. So that's why I haven't been on in a while, but we got a lot to get into. Not going to be a long segment, but there's some things we need to clear up. Okay. When it come down to, I'm going to dive into the Atlanta Falcons. The first round pick, the corner out of Clemson, Sorrell. I looked over a lot of film with him. He's a long corner in the sense of his hands and body style. He's a long corner. I like that. He's a man coverage corner. He kind of handsy at times, but that's something that the Falcons can work with him, because in the NFL there's going to be a lot of penalties with that. But what I did like about him is his hustle and his play at the point of attack. So you got to remember, this is a guy who already won a national championship prior to losing the one against LSU. So he's well seasoned in that regard. So when you want to get Jamar Chase is a beast. So you're not nobody really matched up against Jamar Chase this year. Nobody matched up against him. You can go down the list of all the cornerbacks who got drafted, except, of course, Ohio State, Kuda, because they didn't go against him. But I think the same thing would have happened to Kuda if he would have faced the LSU Tigers. So let's not sneeze at Jamar Chase's stellar season this year. So Sorrell's a good pickup. He needs to get a little bit more physical when it comes. He's physical when it comes down to tackling, but that shoulder tackle is not going to work in the NFL. You need to adapt another way of tackling, because he's going to end up hurting himself with his. You're going to get bigger and stronger guys in the NFL. You're not going to be able to just lay a shoulder into running backs on a consistent basis and think you're going to stay healthy in the NFL. It's not going to happen. So he has to work on that. But as far as in his speed is real good. I like his speed. And then when it comes down to another topic with the Falcons is Hayden Hurst from the Ravens that the Falcons picked up. I like Hayden Hurst, but like I said in previous videos, I don't know who he's going to be. He hasn't showed us anything. He spent 2 years in the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens. He hadn't even averaged over 400 yards a year. So Mark Andrews really took up the slack. It's the reason why the Ravens liked Mark Andrews over Hayden Hurst. So are we getting a player that we really don't know what the outcome is? Yes. He's not a player that's fully developed yet. So we're going to see. It's going to be it's going to be a draw of the hat when it comes down to Hayden Hurst, because you never know what kind of players he's going to turn out to be, because he hasn't showed it in the NFL. He had a pretty good college career with South Carolina, but it hasn't translated to the field when it comes down to the NFL. So we're waiting to see. Austin Hooper was a clutch guy for us. He had great hands. So we're hoping that we see that from Hayden Hurst. I don't know, but I also watched a lot of tape on Temple Matt Hennessy. Now Matt Hennessy, they projected him to be a center when Alex Mack leaves, of course, and they also are considering him from the left guard spot. And I said I had questions about that because of his size. I think he's like 6'3", maybe like 290. He's very flexible. He's a mover. He's a guy who can move out of the pocket and get to the second level very quick. But as far as him getting bull rushed by a bigger opposition, that's yet to be seen, because Temple doesn't play a lot of SEC teams, a lot of big time teams in that division. So we haven't seen the best of Matt Hennessy, but I like what I've seen on tape. I like his fluidity in his hips. I like the way he moves. I like his quickness to the second level. I like his awareness. I like his play calling at the line. He calls out the mic. He's good at that. And I think for years to come, he's going to be a good player. But as far as in left guard, you know, I'm still on the fence about that. So we'll see how that plays out. And I'm just, you know, the Falcons have picked up a couple of players. They picked up Deion Buchanan. He played for the Giants, I'm thinking, but he was drafted by the Cardinals, and he took Sean Weatherspoon's spot when he went down. And he had a great career, a great season with them. And I guess he's going to fill in for that linebacker position where Campbell left off at. So I think he's a great player. He's a hard hitter. He has a nose for the ball. He's a premier safety. So he can play either or. And I like that pick from the Falcons. I like they did that. They also got Charles Harris out of Miami Dolphins. He was the first round pick that the Falcons had on their board when they picked Vic Beasley. Charles Harris needs to show me something this year. He actually needs to develop a better pass rush, some more pass rush moves. He's very physical at the point of attack. He's good in the run fit schemes. But he has to develop more of a pass rush moves for me. He didn't have any pass. I don't think he had probably one sack last year with the Miami Dolphins. So, you know, he has room to improve, but that's a good pick by the Falcons. The more pass rush, the better, so I like that. They also were looking at Vinny Curry. I don't know if there's true speculation out there about Vinny Curry coming to the Falcons. I don't know if that's true or not, but he'll be a good addition. He's a proven talent in the NFL. Played a long stint with the Eagles, and as well he played, I think, 1 year with the Buccaneers, one or 2 years with the Buccaneers. So I think those bolstering up the pass rushing ability for the Falcons is going to hold well for them this year. So people are sleeping on Atlanta Falcons. I like a lot of things the Atlanta Falcons are doing. If Laquan Treadwell get back to form, I think they'll have one of the best wide receiving corps in the NFL. They just got to execute. It's all about execution when it comes out to the Falcons. They can move the ball down the field. It's just when they get in the red zone, in the red area, they can't score. So I think that Dirk Cutter got his hands full this year, learning how to maximize all the talent he got around him this year. So look out for some more of Couch Perspective coming up. I'm in the red today. Job colors, you know how they go. If you got a job, they got outfits. You know, this is what you come to expect. So it's a rainy day in Atlanta today. It's been raining all week. I'm ready for the rain to go away as much as I'm ready for the coronavirus to go away so we can get back to sports. But this is the Couch's Perspective. And you know how I say, you know, like, subscribe, comment. Sorry I was away for a while, working on that podcast, building it up. I'm going to have special guests, people in there who are great at analyzing the sports game that I'm going to have on my show. And I'm going to have my brother, of course, on there who's very well... You'll see he's a mastermind when it comes down to analyzing teams, and his perspective on the game is very unique. So yeah, look out for this coming year with the Couch's Perspective. We're gonna have a lot of great shows. Please tune in, and we'll get back to you on the next one.